Welcome back. Yesterday I couldn't show up because I was not feeling well. But from morning till evening I was not feeling well. The usual what women feel. That's it, nothing else. Not feeling well in the sense you feel lethargic and other symptoms of sickness also go with it. So you can't make a video. You just want to relax and take things easy. And that shows making a video is not easy, right? If it was easy, I would have done it yesterday. I didn't do it yesterday because it was not easy. It takes some kind of inspiration, energy, and so many other things, I guess, to make a video. To talk, in fact, right? What does it take to talk and talk and talk? Did you know that talking is exhausting? It can drain you depending on the kind of conversations that we have, depending on the themes that we are talking about. It differs actually, right? But sometimes talking can be exhausting and draining, but sometimes talking can be stimulating, energizing, and it brings back life to you. When you talk for about 15 minutes to yourself or to somebody. Now when I am talking, what I do is I imagine there is somebody in front of me other than me, and I talk. That's how usually we do, right? The camera people would be there, they hold the camera for you and you share your thoughts, right? So that's how I do it. So depending on the kind of themes that you're talking about and the people, the audience you are addressing, things change. It can be draining sometimes. You feel exhausted after 15 minutes of talking. But sometimes a conversation that you have with someone can be so stimulating that the day goes well after that. I've had that experience. I'm sure you people have observed it as well. So these two things decide what is a feeling that you get. I mean, other than when you're not feeling well. It's better if you are not keeping well for some reason, or if you are not in a good mood. That's at least you can do something about it if you're not in a good mood, because I've seen that sometimes I am not in a good mood, but when after making a video I feel much better, because after talking I feel much better. So, but if you're not keeping well, it's always better to avoid making long conversations or trying to make a video out of it, because sometimes you cannot assure positivity when you're not well. You don't know what comes out of your mouth at that times, and that's the reason I didn't make a video yesterday. And evening I had to go out, and I thought I'm going to make a video while walking, and I tried doing it. And after a long time yesterday, I did not wear a mask. It's been so long that mask has become a part of our accessories that we need, like wearing a watch and taking your handbag for women, things like that. Along with that, this also comes like a helmet. You take the mask, you wear it whenever you go out from 2020. But these days I have seen that most of the people are not wearing a mask. About probably 10% of people are wearing masks now. So I thought, why should I be wearing? Not because others are not wearing, but I felt that the options have changed. It's no longer mandatory to wear a mask. So I just carried it with me in the bag, but I never wore it. And in case somebody insists that you wear it, you can just wear it. So I went out without a mask, and so when I was just trying to take a video, I realized that the images are shaking a lot when you're walking, because I remember I'd made a video on the walk that I have, the evening walk, and long ago, that is probably in 2021, and it was okay because I had a mask on my face. So yesterday there was no mask and I was walking, and the images were jerking, moving, shaking, whatever you call it, and so I couldn't make a video. So I didn't want to do it. Moreover, I was not feeling well. So today I'm much better, much better. So I thought, let me just utilize the time that yesterday I also broke my promise that I will not be in the bed in the afternoon. But the thing is that I had noted an exception for that. In case you are not feeling well, you can always be in the bed for a while. It's okay. You can break some rules for yourself for your better health, isn't it? So that's what I did. Okay. So what did I do today? Let me just brief you about that. Today I read about what the Pakistani foreign minister had said, the remarks that he made about our most revered Honorable Prime Minister Mr. Narendra Modi ji. I read it yesterday, in fact, but I didn't understand what it was because I didn't take it seriously. Today, while I was in the chamber, I read about it again, and then I paused a while and I thought about it because the first reaction is that you get kind of angry about it, and then when I thought about it from my personal experiences and in my personal comparing it to my experiences, I realized that when people are provoked in some ways, they usually speak the truth always. Whatever is inside you, it mostly comes out at two occasions. One is when you have lost your sanity, that is probably you are alcoholic, when you drink a lot and you are lost by the intoxication. People speak a lot of the truth that is within there. We all have truths within us which we don't usually share because it's not sweet, it's not going to make life any smoother for us or for somebody else. Usually the truths, some of the truths about ourselves or about other people, we keep it buried inside. We all do it. And I'm very, very sure that without exceptions, most of us or everybody at some phase of our life, we have had truths which we prefer to keep it within ourselves because we don't want to share it, because either it's because it is not safe for us to share it, like in that song Akshay Kumar says, यहाँ बोलने की आज़ादी है लेकिन बोलने के बाद आज़ादी नहीं है. तो इस वजह से हम लोग सच नहीं बोलते. हमेशा सच नहीं बोलते का मतलब नहीं कि हम झूठ बोलते हैं, ज़रूरी नहीं है. It's not that we tell lies. It's just that we don't tell the truth always. We just keep it inside. So everybody has it, but the thing is, the difference is that when you are drunk, in the state of intoxication, we usually speak it out or spit it out, whatever is inside us. The other reason why people speak whatever is there within them is themselves is when provoked. Either they are too excited. Sometimes when you're talking to some people, you're having a heated debate or argument on something, and you just want to prove that your point is right, and you also have clauses which can save you in the debate, probably in that state of mind, or probably when you are threatened that for your survival in a situation when it feels like you're going to lose it, you usually speak the truth, which is not pleasant, which is not sweet, which is not right to be said if you think about it. Those are the truths which are inside you. It's based on your opinions and you don't have proof for it, but you would rather not have said that in a different situation unless provoked. So we all have that. But the thing is that, like they say, it's our conscience that helps us not to say it. We have the conscience, as they say, the subconscious and the other levels, and we just feel it's not right in society. It's not a civil behavior to just speak whatever comes to your mind. So we would rather think before we speak, and when we think, we realize that sometimes it's better not to speak the truth if it is not going to do any good. Rather, it's going to complicate the situations in some way, and it is not good for somebody else. It's going to offend somebody directly. For so many reasons, we don't speak whatever comes to our mind. But either when in the state of intoxication, or when you are provoked by anger, by emotions, it can just, or the fear of failure, in the sense somebody is trying to put you down, and you don't want to be down, you want to keep up your head in that situation, or as a method of defense, in the sense where your ego hurts a lot. When you are egoistic, when you're having a conversation, you always want to speak things that otherwise you wouldn't have said, so that the ball is always with you. You don't want to pass it to anybody else. You want to keep the ball all the time with you, so you do it. So these are the two reasons why people. So in this situation, I felt that the foreign minister, I'm sure he's not intoxicated. He didn't say that in that state of mind. So obviously it is that he felt provoked, probably. So whatever has come out of his mouth is what he believes. It's the truth that he had within him. He had never said that, but when he was provoked, he just said. And the thing is, he shouldn't have said that. That is against the protocols of being in a good position. When you are in a position, you have some obligations which comes with it. You have a code of conduct, and you have some rules which you have to follow. I worked only for 2 years in a school, long ago, that is. But being there, it was the greatest experience I've ever had, I have to say. I learned so many things which I never learned all my life. And one of the things was, my superior always told me that you're very impulsive. Impulsiveness is not good. In the sense, we could be impulsive, but out of impulse, we sometimes say things which we wouldn't have if we had a realization of the position we are in the sense, that's a difference, basically, because a difference between educated people and less educated people. They can say anything they want out of impulse, in the sense, when they are provoked, they can just say anything they want, because they don't follow any code of conduct, and they don't think whether this is the right time to say whether this is the right thing to say. Is it okay for me to say this? They don't think. Thinking comes later. Speaking comes first. So when my superior had said that, I tried to correct myself. I realized I shouldn't have said some things out of emotions, though it was not at all words which would hurt someone, but it was out of sentiments. That is not good. That is also not good when you are in a position, when your relationship is based on, it's a professional relationship that you're having, it's not a personal relationship. So I realized that when you're working, your working hours demand that you stay in your professional dress code. You behave the way that you are supposed to, knowing that you are sharing a professional relationship and not a personal relationship when you are at work. So I used to break that at times and take advantage of the relationship that we had in a personal way, and I would share my thoughts based on the emotions, which is the reason. She could say that I was impulsive, and I speak out of that, which is not good. So I try to correct myself later, and that I believe is what we have to honor when we are in a position. When you are handed over a position that requires you think before you speak, because otherwise you're going to face penalty, you're going to pay for what you said, and you are liable to prove that what you said is justifiable in some way. That's as simple as that. So whoever said, I think the Pakistan foreign minister did it wrong, and he's liable to shed some light on what he said. That's it. Simple as that. Thing is, when the court has pronounced a verdict and things are clear, you are not above court. You cannot make your opinions in such a loud manner and directly try to defame someone. It's not allowed at all. It's not permissible. So this is totally unfair. This is totally and obviously a wrong that is committed by the minister, and he has to pay for it. That's all. That's all I would say. That whenever we say something, we have to pay for it. Like your words, when it just slips out of your mouth, we feel that it's so light, it's something that you can erase, but sometimes we have to pay the consequences of it. Especially, you don't have a right to speak about someone, naming someone, blaming someone, and sharing their identity so openly. He cannot escape this. So the consequences, he cannot escape. That's it. So I put a full stop on this. I thought about it a lot, and I realized that what makes people speak like that? And I'm not supporting anybody here, but the thing is that when you are in a position, you have some protocols. You have a code of conduct which you have to stick to, and that's it. You cannot break it. When you break it, you pay for it in some way or in many ways. That's it. So that's what I did. After that, I read a little about something else as well. I forgot what was it actually. Then I was going to read about Taiwan and China and the beautiful place Taiwan, and I read about the beauty and the specialities, uniqueness of that place and the things attached to it. And so I read about the snow pigeons and musk deer. You know what's a musk deer? We all know it when we say it in Hindi. In Hindi, what is it called? I'll have to think in what is it called. Mriga. It's a deer which has, the male deers has musk, a sac, and in the sac has something called as musk. You know what's it called in Hindi? There's a word. I know somebody with that name. You know how I learn. Sometimes I have difficulty in remembering some names and making sense of it. So I connected with some people who have the same name, and I don't know. I can quickly recollect that person's face and then remember the name and then connect it with the animal's name. So this animal, musk deer, what we call that in Hindi? Let me just check and tell you. Okay, I found it. I know. I remember that lady who had the same name, and her name is Kasturi. Okay, so the mrug or deer's name is Kasturi mrug, or the musk deer as you call it. Okay, so I read about that, and at that time I had to just put a pause to that and continue with other words that you had. So later I'm going to read more about Taiwan and the issues that we have, the border issues we have with China. I like reading about that. It's very interesting to know about places, isn't it? So the thing is that what I like about reading is that I connect the dots from one dot to another, and it takes you to totally a new world which you never hardly ever knew about. That's something I enjoy about reading. So that's the reason today, because I was not feeling well, I took and off from making a song video or doing a podcast. I didn't do it. I was not feeling like, but I thought that let me just wish you happy weekend, which is today is Saturday, and then take an off tomorrow as well. Okay, I'll be back on Monday with something interesting. So what did you guys do yesterday and today, and what is for weekend? I don't know, I am not feeling like it's Christmas at all. I don't know. I have to make myself, because usually what I do is I watch a lot of stuff that is relating to Christmas, or some way I stay excited. Probably because it's too early for me to do that, maybe because there is a lot of time left. And when it is time, God is going to help me to elevate myself to that aura, to that, what do you say? You start feeling it's Christmas. As of now, I have not got the feeling it's Christmas. It'll take me a while probably. So, are you feeling it's Christmas? How do you feel about it? I don't know. We have to feel it's Christmas, and I'm not sung any of the Christmas songs this time. That is another difference, probably because last year I had sung many carols and songs, though it was without karaoke. So this year I can do it with karaoke, but I'm not done it. So hopefully I will get to that mode, but I don't know. But I'm not sure about it. What's the fun singing carols and Christmas songs after Christmas? In January, when I get more free time, what is the use of singing it then? Things that must be done now must be done now, isn't it? So I don't know. Is how it's scary. But I want to feel like it's Christmas. So what am I going to do about it? How do you make yourself feel it's Christmas? I know it's December, at least I'm getting a feeling it's December, thankfully, but not that it is Christmas. I haven't felt like that. Especially because I am not making any time to sing, that's it. Singing is a great exercise. It can bring your mood, bring your mind to where you want it to be. Yeah, and also to the present, like what meditation does. It's such a great exercise to sing. I mean, I'm saying about saying this about singing, but people who are connected in some way with music, they'll say everything about music does the same, almost the same. That's the reason once we are connected to the world of music, you cannot detach yourself from it. Just like dance, just like many of the art forms, once you are into it, you cannot be detached, you cannot be taken away from it. You just want to stick around that, and you are trying to push yourself towards it without anybody else trying to do it. You do it yourself because it gives so much of pleasure, it gives so much of relief, and it is a part of your health, in fact. So I've not been singing from so long, and I feel that's one reason probably that I am yet not feeling it's Christmas. So in the coming week, probably I have to watch a lot of Christmas videos, and that's going to make a difference. Okay, let's see. Let's stay positive, and let's have our fingers crossed for that it's Christmas, and I'll be able to sing some songs. Jingle bells, jingle all the way. So what have you thought about Christmas? What are you going to do for Christmas? Do let me know, and maybe watching all the inspiration, I might get some inspiration out of it, and start feeling it's Christmas. Okay, I would like to feel it, because it's a truth. And why am I not feeling it when it is already December? And what's the date today? Have you got any idea of what it is today, what date it is? Let me just make a guess. It is 17th of December, right? So that's it. We have crossed the middle line. So we have to feel it is Christmas, because it is Christmas, isn't it? So take care, have a happy weekend, enjoy. And the best part of the year is December, because that's it. The year is getting over. We are stepping into another year, and that makes a lot of sense. So keep yourself in peace. Whatever is gone is gone. Whatever is coming is coming. So it's always better than what is gone in some way. So that is what is the message of December. Okay, something new is coming, something better is coming, and that gives you a sense of peace and encouragement to be happy, right? Take care.